Good time zones, everyone, and welcome in to a Thursday in which I've just noticed there's a block missing behind me. Fnebbles. I hope that everybody is doing okay. I'm kind of sort of waving a lightning rod here in the vague hope that it'll cause lightning to appear and the weather will cool off. Please. Yeah, I'm overheating. I'm not enjoying this weather in the slightest. However, let's see. We have a Frauke with some freshly made froyo in multiple flavors. Yay. That'll help cool us off. Ginger hoping themselves to a mango flavor. Ooh, nice. Thank you for coming in, and hopefully that corner that you find for the lurk will be nice. Welcome in, Ginger. Blast, welcome in. What the heck's a mangosteen? It sounds like it's either a stein full of mangoes or Bruce Springsteen's mango-y brother. I'm not quite sure which. You're totally failing at lurking. That happens. It's a fruit, is it? Okay. Rock from... let's see, scroll faster. Kill! Chaos Tween! Rolling up in one of Mary Whitehouse's blankets. You can keep them. Yeah, only if it's a cooling blanket for me, please. Then the bots arrived. As always, lovely to see them. Ginger getting the first scurry of stream. Raven, welcome in. There's some more scurrying. Fnurbeling. Apparently there's some fnurbling going on. Glam, welcome in. Mika, welcome in as well. Volder, welcome in. Let's see. Kel, managing to set off the confetti cannon on a 170 stream streak, escaping from Mary. Nice. Shame, because I think you were looking for the blankets. Ginger Squishy Scots with a life-size Ravager plushie. Is it at least a tromplet? Can it be a life-size tromplet plushie? I don't think the dangers of a Ravager plushie. Shadow joining the scurry. Kay joining the scurry. Lovely to see you. Kel returning a blanket, muttering, "'Tis cold out there. Send the cold here, please." Sprays Ginger with a water bottle. Oopsie. Feg, welcome in, Feg. I hope you're doing okay. Squishy super fast with a slushy machine. Ooh. Speaking of drinking, I'll hydrate. Thank you, Feg. One must remember to hydrate when told to. And to go with that, we of course have some popcorn. Oh, yep, that. Oh, ow. Yeah. Shoulders first and then everything else. Thank you for that. Everyone else, remember, hydrate, med check, etc. Look after yourselves. Feg on a 24 months of subscription. Goodness. Knowing the way that Twitch counts them, that's just 1 month shy of a full 2 years. But hey, 2 years anyway. Yay! Thank you, Feg. That's amazing. How is it only Thursday, asks Blast. Yeah, I second that question. Sneakily shuffles over in a blanket, steals Ginger's rubber ducky, replacing it with a duck-shaped lump of bait. What? A nice soft cushion. Yes. Bacon. It's hot again, but the ice cream machine really helps. Yep. Mangosteen is a fruit. Rock from inside the fruit. Okay. Feg on a 445 watch stream streak because it won't let you have 444. If I'm caught, they better be ice blankets. Yes, I'm fairly sure that's an ice blanket for you, Feg. Then there was a Mudstale, but I probably missed it. More tropical fruit. Don't think I'll ever see them that often. At least in Dutch, Steen is the name for the big hard fruits. Hard seeds, some fruit. Ooh. Learn something new every hour. I would say daily, but I mean, around here, you have to allow for the fact that I'd probably forget it and then would need to remember it again. Or learn it again. Right. Let's see. Weeklies are catch attempts and doing the Poker Daily in Discord. Always good to remember. It's been a day. Too many people don't know what they're doing. You have to do it for them. Nearly thought you'd have to pull a 15-hour workday just to finish Youchie. Only 13. Even worse. Or at least still just as bad. Hi, Kay. Welcome in. If you want 2 degrees weather, sure. Don't tempt me with a good time by way of weather. How about we split the difference? You get 14 from me and I get 14 less. I mean, at the moment it's 37 here, so yeah, I'll gladly take significantly less. Right, let's see. Canadian Dragon, welcome in. True Purple saying hi. I've probably said hi to several people more than once, but hey, you ate 3 retest orders because customer complained the analysis was not what they wanted. So if your numbers for tomorrow still don't match, or still match the ones they did last week, then you're fine. If they don't, you'll eat the third shift, aka get fined. Ow. I hope that goes okay, Blast. Fnurbling cinnamon. Oh dear. Jordan will die of eating 15 cinnamon buns. Sydney, welcome in. Everyone keeps saying that you're dating, that there's plenty of... Everyone keeps saying I'm dating, that there's plenty of fish in the sea. Fish are average. I'm looking for squid. You need them to be incredible. Oh, I'm not surprised that was a 75-arrow pun. I'm so not surprised that was a 75-arrow pun. Welcome in, Sydney. It's more cinnamon sticks than cinnamon buns. Yep. Jordan, don't eat 15 cinnamon buns. Yeah. That was a 1 a.m. thought that you preserved. Your 1 a.m. thoughts are puns for this group. I worry about what causes you to think of things at 1 a.m. Right. I think I've caught up. I think I have. And Kel throws a cuttlefish at Sydney. Wow. Surely a ghost spirit would be sparkly. Sparkly. Wait a minute. Okay, we have got sounds. It's just that pistons are quiet, apparently. Slippery slope to vampire. What? Oh, when dating the cuttlefish. A cuttlefish sounds, Black Cloud Wonder will be waiting for you, I'm sure. Yep. Did the only pun at 1 a.m. Oh, do they only pun? I don't know. Right. So, between streams, I I started on greebling. So we have some greeblies all the way up the side of this tower. And all the way up the side of this tower. Because, hey, greeblies. So my next thing is I've got two more towers to greeble. Only puns. I'm not quite sure why there's a padlock there. Is the... Who knows? Probably take the money off of many. All right. Gotta keep them puns locked away. Lock away, lock away. Hi ho, the puns must go. We will lock them away. Hi ho, the puns must go. We should lock them away. We got no puns to keep us sane. We want to know what's going on. I don't know why I'm singing this song, and that's really not the right thing to be placing there. Get back. I got off of the Happy Ghast for 2 seconds. Thank you, Raven. Whee! Boing. You forgot to go back and watch the VOD from yesterday. There are many, many VODs. I think I even managed to actually place the one from yesterday. Okay, you're technically on a work webinar. I'm so sorry. Have a good luck, Sydney, and I hope the webinar's not evil. I know some of them can be. I've been to a few. Hey, Ritsu, welcome in. I'm gonna... Oh, nope. I was about to say, I'm gonna lose my Happy Ghast if I try and get off it there, but hey, I didn't have to. It's that time already! What? Time for ice cream? Wow. Hey, I can stare at you through a wall. Makes a change from a Tootsies. Hey, Tor! Welcome in. Tor has melted. Yep. Sounds about right. Don't blame you for melting, Tor. I think quite a few of us have today. I know I'm fairly certain I melted at least once. You prefer being looked at through a wall than Tootsies? I mean, being looked at through a wall seems a little bit more disturbing, to be honest. I'm looking at you through the walls. Yeah, we find a squirrel in the walls. There's a squirrel in the walls and he's looking at me. I don't know why. There's a squirrel in the wall and he's looking at me. Ice cream is appropriate self-care in this heat. Yes. So too is large amounts of liquids and the occasional cold shower. But the cold showers might also be part of the only puns. Hey, TGM, welcome in. You're reading a discussion thread of people sharing stories of mortifying things that happened to them at work. So much mortification. Oh my goodness. If I'm looking at you through a wall, it means I'm not disappointed in you. I mean, that may stand up in court. Krish, welcome in. Ancients! Welcome in, Ancients. Happy Thursday. I hope you're doing well. You catch me, sat on a happy gust, greebling the living heck out of the outside of this building. How was your stream, Ancients? And welcome in to everybody who was here. Just show the judge my world, and they will not be surprised at Holy Wolf. Yeah, that sounds valid. I hope you had a lovely stream, Ancients. And if you need to raid and run, absolutely self-care is important. Same goes for anyone who came in with that raid. Do look after yourselves. It's in certain areas of the world, it's warm and evil again. Yeah. And by warm, I mean, oh god, why are we living in the end times again? Interesting topic for the raiders to find themselves in. Yep. We always end up with some interesting topics. Some people prefer bounties, but it just depends on what type of chocolate they like, really. It was good in the second part. First part had technical difficulties. Resolved it after a quick restart. That's fantastic. Yeah. Technical difficulties on a stream are always evil, because you never know whether or not they're going to persist and make life difficult, and they always feel like you're just fnurbling, which is just highly unfair. So I'm glad you were able to get them resolved. I need to take a nap, apparently, because darkness is falling. And as long as I'm not falling, we're alright. That's what we did. Exploring as well as pacifying a trial chamber to mine it later, and some possible farmification. Ooh. Farmifying a trial chamber. Sounds lovely. I am just making patterns on this wall, by the way. I have absolutely no plans for how to greeble. This is purely made up as I go along. For those who are surprised, congratulations. For those who aren't, yeah, it's a Scotsman stream. Me making things up as I go along never happens. Well. Ahem. Gonna make another attempt at lurking. Look after yourself, Ginger. And have a good attempt at lurking this time. I'm gonna run out of chain, aren't I? Ginger is now lurking. Congratulations, Ginger is now lurking. I still preferred calling you Ginger, but hey, nice to know you lurking. Never equals always. Ahem. And I never know what I'm doing, and I will never know what I'm doing. Lurking Ginger, stifling Scotsman. No, that's just the weather. I have never stifled something in public. Might have trifled something in public, but that's a different thing. And it wasn't a trifling matter. Oh. Nearly forgot. I actually remember this time. Digital castles in the sky as we float on timeless satellites. Cause virtual is where we live. 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 Little Red, thank you for that 6 months. Sorry, no, 19-month subscription, 6-month streak. I'm confusing myself. Twitch is confusing me. I'm having a dance party on a gas. Welcome in, Miss Ferrets. Welcome to the dance party. Hey, Elton, welcome in. Early dance party. I need to hide behind the gas. Whee! I even remembered to actually start the dance party that time. Woohoo! Welcome into everyone who arrived during that dance party. Yes, it's crazy. Did you hear about the shipwreck? A ship carrying red paint collided with a ship carrying purple paint. Now both crews have been marooned. Yeah, I'm surprised that's only a 36 arrow pun. Can't hear him, but can sense disappointment.
Bricks, my old arch enemy.
Why am I getting fnurbled at? Why am I getting fnurbled at? It's not my fault. Not. I'm pretty certain that one is not my fault. I track the puns. Most of the archers can't shoot far. The interesting thing is, not according to my output. It's quiet music. It's a very, very quiet track after a very, very loud track. Hold on. There you are. How's that? Yeah, obviously that track is a bit too quiet, obviously. Oh, I'm out of copper bars. Faint bongo drums in the distance. And bongo, they'd hear it in the Congo when they are trying to have a dance party. Doesn't sound right, but hey. Greeblies, the slightly better looking cousin of Fnurblies. Aha. I was in a pub earlier that had Calippo available and fruit pastel Calippos. I was so tempted to have one. Look, I gotta dance somewhere, Kel. And the Ghast was where I was, so I had to dance on the Ghast. For those outside the UK, a Calippo is basically frozen fruit juice inside of effectively inside of a tube. And a fruit pastel Calippo is pretty much the same thing, but with bits of fruit pastels inside of them as well. Diamond Miner Mum, welcome in. You squeeze the bottom and up comes the frozen goodness. Oh? So a push pop. Yes, but frozen. And I think push pops are usually like about sort of quarter of an inch. These things, you're talking a good inch diameter, maybe even an inch and a half in diameter. They're quite large diameter frozen items. Push pops are frozen, tend to be sherbet. Ah. Shush fake. We're attempting to introduce people to appropriate Britishisms of ice cream and frozen desserts. I heard this one earlier in the day. I was gutted this afternoon when my wife told me that my 6-year-old son wasn't mine. She said I needed to pay more attention at school pickup. Oh my! Mini Milk, Fab, and Zooms. Goodness. Very sad. Last night on this side of the pond. Aww. I hope you are planning on having a fantastic evening, Minor Mum. And I hope you have had a lovely time with the visit. Landstrad, welcome in. Push pops have a stick to push up the frozen cylinder up out of the cardboard tube. Ah. Okay. You see, all this frozen goodness from different sides of the pond is just making me think. Now I want frozen goodness. I need the frozen goodnesses.
Bring me the frozen goodness
Of Alfredo Garcia. It's already 96 outside, so you'll take the frozen confection combos. Yeah. Raspberry Ripple in the freezer. Ooh, that sounds nice. Tor. I have a third of a tub of Nutella ice cream in the fridge. Sorry, in the freezer. It was closer to half, well, to a full tub yesterday. It's not anymore. Another reason you want to go outside. Oh, don't want to go home even. Sorry. It is currently 37 degrees centigrade outside my front door. I don't want to go outside. Clippo sounds like the otter pops. We're going to have to find pictures / details of them, obviously. That chain's in the wrong place. Always remember to make sure your chains are correctly placed. How are we doing? Okay, I'm running low on chains, but hey. Raven remembers he has peanut butter fudge ice cream bars in the... Ooh. Okay, that sounds delicious as well. At dinner, so you need to go. Take care, enjoy dinner, and I hope you have a lovely... lovely last few hours, or whatever it is, minor mum. Reminds me, you need to put ice cream on the shopping list. Yep. Excuse me. I tried to place that there. You seen Push Pop's sherbety frozen pizza just as... Ah, okay. By tubs of ice cream, we mean, excuse me while I order an entire truckload. There's a guy named Cliff who has taken over this meeting, but these are definitely not notes. Oh dear. So I guess we're not asking for Cliff's notes of this version. Oh. If you can find the mute button for Cliff, you would have pressed it 25 minutes ago. Oof. And we have a Pokemon in chat. It is a Timber. If he starts singing, block him. Or at least ask if he's going on a summer holiday. He's going on a summer holiday. We're gonna throw him under a bus or two. Trying to figure out the summer holiday. Driving Cliff off a cliff or two. For a week or two. There's 950 people in the meeting. We've heard them all talking. We wish they wouldn't say things. We're trying to have a sleep. Miakula, welcome in. Also, please ignore anything I am singing. Guess this is a cliffhanger. Oh. Actually, let's do a couple more. Faro Airport was once shut down because someone stole a cardboard cutout of Cliff Richard and stuck him onto a plane. Good lord. Oh. I'm out of bars again. How you doing, Mikula? Spaced off and wasn't watching phone notifications. Missed 2 different people going live. Goodness. Twitch failing to keep people's attention. I have a feeling I've forgotten something. I think I know what it is. None of this is waxed. And I was thinking that actually it's probably a good idea. Yeah, you see, none of this is waxed. It's a bad idea. Wait, where did that... I think I placed a bar somewhere. Oh well. Going up, up, up. Oh no, I've made even more work for myself. Well, I was trying to figure out... We've given up on Cliff, the headset is off. Poor Cliff. I was trying to figure out whether or not I actually like the idea of having this in the raw in the raw original. I am nearly out of chain and rods, Raven, but I'm on my last panel, so I'm pretty much done on greebling, as far as I can tell. Thankfully. I'm prepared to be talked at by someone older than your father who's clearly read 0 of the basic FAQs. Eee. Ow. I kind of feel like Oh, that's what I was going to do. There was a reason why I was putting a row of these in. It was so that I could do this. Also, somehow I've managed to do that one differently. Greebling is never finished, merely abandoned. Wow. Poor Greebling. Getting abandoned like that. Nice thing is, this actually provides a decent light source up the side of the building. Right, let's put away my happy gust. Harken Dust was a special treat to you, and your friend indulged over last Sunday. Marketing here is, if you love her, take her to Harken Dust. That's been one of their marketing slogans worldwide for a while, if I remember rightly. Right. Buffy, stay here. Let's stare at the moon. Yeah, I'm fairly sure that one's been on the list in this country at various points. So, what I was thinking. I kind of like it in the original copper color. Because I think if we let it... Oh, shush, fake. If we let it oxidize, it vanishes. And if we let it oxidize more, it becomes contrast. And I'm not sure the contrast works as much. Because we've got the same problem on the back of this building. Have a quick meeting. Gonna go downstairs where it's cooler. Yes. Because over here, if we look at this, we've got 2 different sections of building. The one on the right has all been waxed. The one on the left hasn't. And I kind of like the one on the right here. Racing so many times. I mean, that's an interesting question, Kay, because it does raise the question of, has anyone actually worked out how much it's costing to have that many people in that meeting for that long? Because that's 950 person hours per hour. Hey, Footy. Welcome in. Yeah, right feels more greebled, but that might be because it's against the grey background. This one, with it all in the with it all in the original. I don't think we've really looked at it in this sort of direct on view for a while. Oh, that's cool. That is really cool. Look after yourself, Blast. Need to finish more documents. Take care. I am tempted to let this all oxidize and see what it looks like. Because worst case, I can always unoxidize it and go back to having it as the original. But I kind of like having the red of the copper, or the orange of the copper. What's your favourite ice creams or favourite pizza? Sometimes both. Yum. Saw a sticker magnet the other day that said this meeting should have been a knife fight. You love the orange contrasting with teal. I think you're right. Let's wax it. Whee! Fortunately, I now have wax. Something I previously didn't have access to. I think I did the camera swap just after you said that, Sydney. At least I hope I did. Not yet. It has been on my list of things to ponder. I think it's 2. Oh no, 3. Now we get to watch Scott's wax his tower. Yeah, I'm wondering whether or not that's actually a thing to do on stream or whether it's something I should do afterwards. Actually, let's do that afterwards. I'm just going to work my way down this one side. Remember, kids, wax your towers in advance. If you don't, you'll have to wax later. Why is Puffy splooting? Hey, Cardoodles, welcome in. Thank you for the courtesy reaction. Oh my. I think the answer is I have 3 wax farms. 2 automated, 1 not automated, but only one of those is actually chunk loaded. And that's the latest one. Tower is a new nickname. I'll remember that one. Oh my. Right. There's a high probability I'm going to miss parts of this, so we will probably have to come back in a week and deoxidize certain areas of this anyway. And Raven decided that Elcon's statement definitely became quotable. Muted, but had to. And this is one of the reasons why Raven is very much my lead mod. And very trusted. The nice thing is, it doesn't take that long to wax a tower. Because I'm not actually having to think where to put things and guesstimate or figure out if it looks good while I'm doing it, because it's already been built. It's just a matter of making sure it's waxed properly. And occasionally deoxidized. Interestingly, some of this was waxed, so apparently I had pondered letting it go to the first layer. Fruitcake Candy, welcome in! And thank you for the streak. Congratulations on streaking, and oh no, Mary caught you. Ooh, I managed to de-wax the wrong part of the tower. Yeah, I think against the background of the copper and the brick, it looks better to have this like this. Hey, Blackclad, welcome in. You catch me removing some of the age of my tower. I'm hiding how old my tower is. How you doing, Blackclad? Did we get it all? That didn't take long. That was worth it. Who knew wax was the cure for that? Usually people use Botox for hiding their age. I mean, that's one option, Sydney. That is one option. Might as well, since I'm going to have to go back upwards to get back to the top of the tower to put away my ghast, I might as well use this opportunity to wax this side while I'm at it. Particularly considering I'm actually carrying the wax, I might as well use it. If I've got the wax in my inventory, I might as well. Here we find Scotsman. Scots, waxed and dangerous. Wow. It's better than Scots waxing lyrical. You don't want a Scots to wax lyrical. Certainly not this one. Not that I know who lyrical would be, but we definitely don't want to wax them. Why do I say things when you can't quote me? I say things when you can quote me, when you can't quote me. It's very difficult to stop me saying things. Particularly during stream. Apparently, it's a side effect of being the person streaming. But, oh, you want to quote Fag for that one. Aha. It's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Why are we fnurbling? Elk has quoted Feg.
Bricks, my old arch enemy.
We're going up, 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 and waxing our tower, trying to make it higher, trying to stop it aging. We're going up, 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 and waxing a tower. Gotta keep it clean and stop it oxidizing. There we are. Da-da-dee. Right, let's get back onto the airship, put away Puffy, and then move on to another part of this. So many questions, none of which I know the answer. Wish to know the answer to. Whoops. Apparently I bounced off the bed so far that I couldn't actually sleep. And you can't quote that one because something similar is already quoted. Honestly, what else is new here? Yep. Whoa, there's a lot of mobs. I should have gone to sleep sooner. The island is riddled with things that want to go kaboom. Or just murder me. Fine. This mob is on fire, not the mods. The mods are fine. Right. Let's have a quick sit on the edge of this tower. Oh yeah, that looks cool. Can't tell if Elk purposely said the same thing you did. Yes. Repetition, it occasionally is comedy. Right. So many companies have gone out of business with the phrase, "we deliver." Right. 1, 2, I think. Can anyone remember how many copper blocks it is for a beacon? Avoiding repetition, deviation, hesitation, and defenestration is also apparently comedy. Wow. Oh. Don't think you can make copper beacons. Wow. Shame. Also, I can't make a beacon. There's a waterfall in the way. Water column at this point. Oh my! 2 stacks and a half-ish. Okay. I'll put those back for the moment. Look, we need to stop giving Elk issues with eating. Let's go and do something silly. Oh dear. Actually, before we do something silly, I should probably empty my inventory. Also, why is that still in my inventory? I thought I'd put that back in here. Oh, because I put the obsidian back in there, not the stony bits. plus an index. Ah, yeah. Yep, yeah. Right, let's put all of this. Hold that for the moment. All of this. Hold that for a moment. In here. Don't need that. Now hold on to that. Okay, that. Bolts off to meeting before you can get into trouble. Oh dear. Right. To the Temple of Yeet. We're off to the Temple of Yeet. We're off to the Temple of Yeet. We're going to throw ourselves into the end, and we're off to the Temple of Yeet. Oh my! Let's take the stairs. Because I want to get to the bottom and place a bed. We're going down the stairs. Or at least. Ow. Ow. Okay, maybe I should walk down the stairs instead of trying to fly down them. There we are. Right. Let's place a bed here. And throw ourselves into the end. Haven't been here for a while. We're in the end as we know it. We're in the end as we know it. And it's full of Endermen. Where's the... There it is. Oh no, there it is. Oh, this hasn't been... Oh no, it has been prepared. Right. I have made this room too big. So it's what? That. It's there. Is that the right height? It's a 2 block below the thing that feels like everything I saw the other day. Or does that need to go back by 1? Chat. Help me out here. Am I about to kill myself? You're unsure but want to see me experiment for comedy value. Hey, Blast! I'm trying to remember, does it appear at the tail or the middle? Yes, we are, Kel. Why are you worried? You're Boris against these guys. Because I have a horrible feeling I'm not going to be Boris very well in this one. Are you angry? No. Okay, that's good. Funny thing is, you were wondering where your e-contract with the company go, just as HR sent you an email saying you still need to sign it. Turns out the company's email automatically filters extenders. Apparently this HR was not added to the system. E-contract went straight to junk. Oh, goodness. We have a 50-50 chance here, chat. This is either going to go fine, or it's going to go hideously wrong. Everyone, warm up your clips, please. Hideously, hilariously. I mean, there are questions as to whether or not we can tell the difference. Oh, fnurble it. I got it right! I think it's right. I got it right. I survived! I survived! No. This is the cheese is still a valid strategy quote. Hasten, Lily! Look, we have a quote that cheese is valid. Okay, I think I need to sleep again. Yep, it's about to get dark. Both eSign is an external app. Email didn't mark it as external. HR, though, yeah. Really, your HR is only 3 weeks older than you are by way of time in the company. That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. Come on, I need to sleep. Hey, Midna! Welcome in. Right. Whee! I've escaped from the end! Woohoo! I was about to say, I can't remember which way I need to go from here. How you doing, Midna? Oh, good lord. Blast, are you sure you're not working for a black company? I can get my bits back. Whee! I can get my bits back. I don't have to worry about dying anymore. No. Okay. No, that was the... And we have a blossom in chat for those who might be interested in catching one. Chat. Hear me out. I'm as shocked as you are that I actually managed to cheese that wither without ending up dead. I am very shocked that I did not end up dead. I also need this lot to oxidize. Come on, oxidize faster. If I've misplaced your bits, please consult someone professional. I found them all, though. They were exactly in the chest that I left them in. Right, next question. How do I make a beacon? 3 obsidian, 5 glass, and a star. 5 glass. Obsidian. Because having read through the whole contract, it's more or less a normal contract, no secret loopholes, and given that this company has quarters in almost every... Let's bring home the beacon. Right. And now for my last trick of this, I need to get rid of that water column. So that we can place a beacon where it is. First thing I need to do is get rid of the bubbles. And then we get to the top of this by sheer brute force luck. Right. Hopefully I got this right. Because otherwise, all of this gravel is breaking at the bottom of the tower, and this is doing nothing. Please tell me this is actually doing something. Yes, it is. That's all right. Why gravel? Because I can then rip this apart in a second, Blacklad. I'm trying to get rid of the water first. There we are. Right. And now we leap off into the water. I am, yes, elk. It's just because it's a gravity block. Yep. A convenient one at that. Tower go down. There we are. No more tower. That bubble elevator is now no more. Tower go down the hole. Yep. I directed it quicker than I've expected. That was because it was very well planned, Fake. Anyone would think I had originally planned it so that I could be able to do that. Right. Let's get... I think you're underestimating when this was built last. I think it's 2025 to 2026. Right, that is my middle. The fun thing is, the moment I finish building this, I'm going to put up another bubble elevator either side of it, so... This needs to be 4 tall or 3 tall? You have the memory of the goldfish, and you don't remember much about the goldfish either. Yep. 4 for the level 2. Right. Thank you, Blacklad. Always useful having somebody here who knows what I'm doing. Because it sure as heck isn't me. 9753. Yep. Thank you, Elk. Need to go one more along here. Can you tell I don't build beacons very often? Slash ever. This is the Tadpole Milk School of Beacon Building. What do you mean? Yes, I'm aware it's underwater, but I'm about to bury it in the base of a building. Haphazard construction. It wasn't haphazard. That's the thing. I worked out the sides. I worked out the center point, and then worked out the sides, and then filled in the rest of the tower. I was working out what I had to excavate around it. Not haphazard about that. It was all planned, I tell ya. All planned. Chat, help me out. Uh-huh. Let's see. What shall we give ourselves? Wait. Why is that not allowing me to activate it? Might be a block in the way. I'm betting that there is a block in the way above me. Above it? Yeah. There'll be blocks in them there hills. Okay, so we've got glass up here, so it can't be that. Ow. That be the problem. There it is. I'd left a block in the way. Let's see. Let's go for regen and resistance, just because. Look after yourself, Blast. Too late. Have a long day ahead. Any luck, you'll bring home a bunch of chili and cinnamon and pepper samples for you tomorrow. Ooh. Have to break down tomorrow. Yay. I don't want that. Let's go for regeneration and let's go with speed. Whee! Right, now we have a tower in the way. Woohoo! Oh, or that tower in the middle. Oh, that's cool. Right. First things first. Where's my purple? That's magenta. Would magenta look alright? Up the middle? What do you call a very small cinnamon roll? A little bundle of joy. Oh. Now you're just making us hungry. Oh yeah. That's definitely cool. And it's only going to be that colour up the middle because it then turns to grey up at the top. Yeah. Let me use the camera count to see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks cool. I'm tempted to swap the grey for white. Yeah, I think white coming out the top would look better. But I like the purple up the middle. Oh well, magenta. So let's find some white. There we are. Or mixes, doesn't change it back to white. Oh, you just get light magenta. Really? I thought it was... Well, I'll stick 3 in and see what happens. I didn't realise it adjusted the colour. I thought it replaced the colour. And I see you're right. Ow. That's pretty cool. I did have black at the top. So it looks like it's similar to the way that leather and all the other colours operate. It uses 3 to way people get solid colour is with panes in the beam. Ah, okay. Cool. Right. I will be placing something up the middle, but I think our first course of action here is to put in a platform here for this to lead into. And then we can start putting back in the bubble elevator, because I'm not going to use multiple rockets to get back up to the airship every time. Tinted glass stops the beam altogether. Goodness. All the things to Blake. Of all the things to Blake. Blake? All the things to break. That's the gravel. Oh, that's gravel. That's gravel. That's gravel. Let's line that back up. We have a Pokemon in chat for those who might be interested in catching a Bunnelby. Do I have a barrel of gravel? Yes, I do. There it is. I have a barrel of gravel and I still have a stack and 10 of it. Sorry, 2 stacks and 10. Struth. That's a lot of gravel. I'll put it in here. Actually, if I take all the andesite out, I can put the andesite into the andesite chest. There we are. So that should give us a nice colour light coming up the middle as well when we get to Pretty's mode later. Ooh, some of these are at the level I want them to be. This is the problem. in vanilla, you can't craft copper bars out of waxed. Sorry, out of aged copper. Did I leave all the wax? Oh, no, I didn't. That's good. So you have to make your bars and then age them, which is highly annoying. But that means that I can place these in. Ah, really? It's 8 per side? Which means I'm short by 2 for that first tower. Mojang giveth, Mojang taketh away. I have seen what Mojang have given us. I reposted it into Inspirational Warning in my Discord. Pearlescent Moon has been experimenting with the use of dried ghasts and cushions to make some very, very lovely pillars. I'll have to have a meeting. Have a great... Oh, look after yourself, Elk. Hopefully the meeting won't be too evil. Anyone want some cooked fish? And the terracotta roof tiles. Those look cool as well. You're going to get geysers soon, Blackclad. I think there are definitely going to be some geysers on the airship tower. Terracotta roof is made out of snow layers and cushions, Elk. Picture and inspiration warning channel in my Discord. Oh, it's raw cod. That's no help. I mean, it's no help unless I happen to want to make friends with a lot of cats. Which would be nice, but don't have any around here. Let's put away the sand. Right. Cat food, not Scott's food. Yep. So, I need something to go around the base of that. Oh, but first, hi, Sci-Fi. It is raw fish, Raven. It turns out it's not cooked. It's not being... they're being killed, but because they're being killed with... I thought that because they were being killed with magma blocks that they were going to get cooked, but apparently not. Hail, Hadri. Thank you, Sci-Fi. The best way you can make friends with lots of cats is by declaring quote 200. Quote 200, guaranteed to make the cats happy. And to go with that, Shadow, thank you for the stretch. Right. Let's work sideways first. And by sideways, I mean let's work out where we need the center point of this and what we're going to have. It's been 84 years since quote 200. Every cat, every stream. Yep. No. I've got an idea. Let's go with copper. Got a concept I want. So, where are my scaffolding? There. off by one arrow there. Oh, I should throw more than that. Let's grab a stack. Actually, I suspect I've got more of this in the chest next to all of this, but hey. Thank you, Raven. I'm surprised Frauke didn't just add it themselves. Right. Slightly edited. There you go. I mean, the edits were valid. Effectively, I'm thinking compass rose at the bottom here. Do I need to make it one bigger? I think I do. And then what I might do is put in a little bit in the middle. Work this out. Get the cannon count involved in this. So. That's better. What I might do is take out these. Have I got any deep slate copper? Ooh, deep slate copper might look really good in a few places. Do I have any here? That's the difficult question. No, I don't. I know I have some. And that's IKEA, because strangely, I hold on to things like that. Fnurbles, what are you doing up there again? I don't know, boss. Just staring at this wall. Some days, you just can't understand a copper golem. So, oh yes, something of interest that I learnt earlier today. I had misunderstood a couple of things. So I thought the way that things were operating for the Build for Better teams was that you entered as a team. Turns out Luna's got different ideas, and so it's just anyone from any community that anyone from the creators communities or those following Build for Better can sign up to participate. Hello, Luna. Did I summon you? In the running of the dungeons in the Build for Better world, and they will pick your teams. So, coming this weekend, for those who may be interested, will be the opportunity to sign up. At which point, it's open season. How you doing, Luna? The actual access to those to that build and to those dungeons is not going to be this Saturday, or I think it's close to the end of this month. But the actual signing up will be opening this weekend. Hopefully. Life, sanity, and everything involving Luna having enough sanity to actually look after things withstanding. If it doesn't happen, do not be upset at people. It just means that things have happened and people are busy. This is the universe. People are busy. But I will definitely make sure that I post a message. Actually, it relies on Calvin. There you have it. If it goes wrong, blame Calvin. Do not, under any circumstances, take me at face value on that one. Time mechanics working is due to his amazing hard work. That is definitely the case. Also, I did not realize this was going to look so good as a combination of colors. This was pure guesswork. And I certainly hope I'm carrying enough deep slate copper to be able to do this. The answer is yes. Yes, I am. It's an educated Fnurble. Exactly. I am an educated Fnurble in the world of building things. I'm trying to make things that look pretty and amazing. I want to make them look good so that chat can have good things to look at and to view and to wonder what the heck is going on. Octogen, welcome in. Happy Thursday, and I hope you're not overheating like the rest of us. Welcome in. Yeah, that was definitely an educated guess, Raven. Welcome in, Raiders. Happy Thursday. I hope that you are doing well, and I hope that you are not overheating if you are in areas that are doing so. We have a Pokemon to distract you as well. If you have a moment to let us know how your stream went and to catch up, absolutely looking to see. Would love to hear. If you have to raid and run, that goes to Octogen and anyone else. Actually, to be honest, at any time, if you have to raid and run and self-care, please self-care. Self-care is important. You do need to look after yourselves. That is important. But anyone who can hang around, you catch me attempting to build the base of a tower into which there are going to be things and pretties, probably crystals, up around this beacon. I have never had a beacon before. Quick 605, yes. Melting a bit, made lots of progress on your nether hub, building of walls and pillars of the fortress. Nice. Deep. It is a Deep of the Sky Miner. Deep is a fantastic builder as well. Hi, Deep. Deep is also one of the amazing, amazing builders who was on Build for Better and did some absolutely gorgeous work on the exterior of Brassguard. And holy heck, am I jealous of their skills. There we are. Yes, make it clear. You sign up as individuals. We put people in teams according to community where possible. Each team is assigned a board or colour. Teams are up to 4 people. However, you do not need to enter with your team. You can do deals with other teams to enter with them if there's 2 of your team online and 2 of theirs, if that makes sense. Running as a team of 4 is often useful. Thank you for trying to queue that up, Feg. I don't know if that one will go... Why is that not going through for that shout-out? Have I got a queue on that? I can't remember what I've built for some of my shout-outs and actions and so forth. Huh. You know, I should have put a queue in that. I haven't got a queue in that. Hey, there's the shout-out. Must have a timeout. I need to put a queue onto that queue. Onto that queue? Onto that command. There may well be a timer. I need to fnurble with that a bit. I came back over here for materials. Namely, something in the deep slate. That's basalt. That's not deep slate. Now, the other thing that I was thinking of doing, and this one might be controversial, so let's try it, is to go down here and break into our resin farm and grab some resin. This thing is disturbing and hilarious and amazing to run. This is a resin farm. I just got teleported by a chicken. I wondered what the heck happened. For those wondering what happened, this was an ender pearl stasis chamber to allow me to have a bee farm here. That has been running because I've been finding myself distinctly out of wax. It looks like that chicken landed on top of my ender pearl. Oh, God, I don't think that... I am impressed that that's happened, and I'm impressed that it's taken till now for that to happen. Just like a little shed around it. I mean... careful with that one, Faye. Glass shed around that. Yeah, I might well... For the moment, I'm going to leave it. I'll come back to that in a minute. Fortunately, I managed to grab the... Right. Does that blend the edges better? Carry on, my wayward chicken. Being teleported by a chicken sounds like something that Blackclad would arrange. Does that look okay, or does that look too much? Sudden and instantaneous chicken teleportation. I don't like it. I don't think that works. Which is a shame, because I was hoping it would give me a little bit more. Don't take stocks. Scots are rude. I thought there was a clip channel. They end up in general and get buried. Okay, I need to add a clip channel then. Thank you. Yeah, I think it works on the edges. Let's do it on the edges. Like that. Thank you, Blacklad. Sudden and unusual clip, teleportation by chicken. So, as I was saying before the chicken interrupted us. Chickenus interruptus. Sounds like something out of it. This is my my resin farm. Designed to look like one of those labs that get built in a warehouse suddenly and in a hurry to do all sorts of evil and inconvenient research. Surprisingly, the only place in here, and this is carefully built, surprisingly the only place in here that you can actually have creaking is around here. Although I need to place something there. I mean, it's accurate. It is accurate. I was saying stuff before the chicken interrupted us. Chickenus interruptus. You see, this is why I can never actually get through a stream without managing to get quoted, because silly things happen. Even when I'm not in a world where it's anyone else, even when it's just me. What was I doing before I got distracted, sidelined, and thrown out of a building by a chicken? Oh yes. Oh, do I have any of those already? Yes, I do. Don't mind me. I'm trying to regain some semblance of understanding what I was doing, as I'd gotten very confused. Now, one thing I do need to remember is that there is going to be glass up here, glass up here, glass up here, glass here, and then entrance to the bubble elevators on two sides. So actually, that block and that block are not necessarily going to be those blocks. This is where having the... So, one thing that I envy Wilderness for is Wilderness has the ability for bubble elevators to operate through copper grates. I really wish that was a thing in vanilla, because I would love to place a block of soul sand here and a block of magma here, and just have grates over the top of them and make it look much better. Surely it'd be turned into spaghetti. But you don't pass through them. The elevator, it's just the bubbles that pass through them. You stop stood on top of them. So it would be you walk on top of the grating and then you get whooshed upwards by the bubbles from a soul sand. and you stand over this one and you get pulled downwards by the magma block. It just means that you don't end up taking damage from the magma block because you can't land on it. What was I going? Oh yeah. Surprised you're not going Happy Ghost elevator a la Impulse. I'd rather not spend 6 weeks trying to go up and down this tower. Similarly, I'm not going to put a zip tower in, or a zip elevator, or whatever the heck those fnibbling things are called. Because although those look cool, they take way more space than I've got that I want to actually dedicate to that. Much as how those zip elevators look really cool. I saw a lovely classic video of Pearlescent Moon trying out the one at Impulse's base, and they were chatting and talking, and it's like, so I just stand here and press the, and she's gone midway through the conversation. It's just like, bye, Pearl. Seems to be very full of Impulse and Pearl suddenly vanishing far, far away. I mean, that too. Part of that was green. Honestly, a lot of people have ended up in a long distance from where they started. See also Green taking Tango 30,000 blocks? I mean, granted, that was with the assistance of Pearl, and that was hilarious. There's a lack of people who want firefighters. Yep. And we have a Pokemon in chat for those who may be interested in being distracted by a Pokemon. Right. Let's put 2 here. Just never AFK on Hermitcraft. Yeah, that's what Tango's discovering. I mean, he's been dropped into Joel's build once and taken to the arse end of nowhere, or at least somewhere very close to it, and left in a ancient city, which I thought was hilarious. Flying machine travel with an AFK Tango stuck in a... They dropped him in a composter, wasn't it? Always hilarious. Right. I should be working out the perimeter of this, but this is looking pretty cool as a base. I'm curious, are we lit up? Except for those edges. Interesting. Need to work on those. Hail Hydrate! fag, and to go with the hydrate, let's have a stretch. Thank you for that. Everyone remember, hydrate, stretch, med check, take care of yourselves. It is important to look after yourself. Hey Mad, welcome in. Oops. Dropped myself off the building. At what point did the... Okay. Who knows? You're being lectured to about horizontal AI. If you think, do you think if I tilt my head, it'll be diagonal AI? Careful, if you do that wrong, you'll end up at diagonally. And, well, then you have to deal with other people. Hold on. Is it... Yes, it's, No. Why do I not have any polished andesite? Oh no, people! Yes. I hope Elk got to finish his lunch. Preferably without spitting it everywhere as a result of conversations. Oh, now I want a great glass wonkavator. Can we have the great glass wonkavator, please? That feels like the right distance to bring things in. Trust no one. Sounds reasonable. Is this a security presentation? Keep finding bits of scaffolding. The team call, we've had an hour and a half every day this week together. Goodness. Today on how to really overload being with your team. Right. I feel like this should be a circular area around this. You have to go wrangle engineers in 5, and you have an excuse to leave. Wrangling engineers. That sounds like the sort of thing that requires... Fellas, support the amethyst floor. Well, thank you. I quite like it. It's there to go with the fact that I want to put a purple crystal column up the middle of this building. Surely the amethyst floor supports you. Yes. Yes, it does. If I stand here and go to options, no, sorry. Wait, where's my mod menu? Oh, there it is. mini hut. Render, no, shapes. That's the one I'm looking for. Oh, I have to. Cylinder, add, configure. Set here. How do I turn this on? How do I make it so I can see this? Oh, enabled on. That helps. I need to make that smaller. There? Is that the right size? Yes, yes it is. Makes good noises that... Pardon? With the amount of dancing you do, whatever you find a pan... yes. The tinkly noises. Right. I'm going to need more polished andesite than I have in my inventory. And that means a trip back over here. Never mind, you're wrangling engineers in 30. You're stuck with you. Oh, the horror, the inhumanity. Stuck with somebody we like. I mean, really, that's just so upsetting. Yeah, absolutely. I'm just so put upon by having somebody we like here. I know you're suffering. Yes, only in the heat. Engineers should be better than a noteless cliff. Yep. No, that's not right. Definitely. Come on. I need to place blocks without falling into the... You know, I should probably just do this from the water so that I reduce my chances of falling into the water every time I place a block. Does that look all right as a... It's not bad. I think I need to see more of this circle to see if it looks right. What I'm saying is someone stole Cliff's notes. Yep. And now you can't sing. What I'm going to do is just fill in this. Curious why there's nothing here and yet is here. There must be a light source over here somewhere that I can't remember about. That portion blocked from sunlight, probably. I'm going to be lighting up this room later anyway. There's a lot to do by way of light levels being corrected. There's a lot to do by way of not having enough deep slate in my inventory. Your snack is tomato soup because liquid, salty, and veggies. 3 food groups of a heatwave survivor. Yep. Leap over the hole in the world that I've left. Oh my. That quote light's coming up recently. And that one as well. I swear Mary has her own favourite quotes. Because some of those seem to come up quite regularly. I mean, it might be that I remember it because I was looking at the quotes in the Discord earlier in the week. Partially because I was very surprised that we'd added 500 quotes in the last 12 months. And then I remembered I was the one streaming and I was talking. It's one of those. Oh yeah, that's how it happened. Okay, that's better. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. It's subtle, which is what I was hoping for. Whilst also being really, really funky, which I was hoping for. And it looks awesome from the cam account view. I've just seen that. That is nice. I like the subtle deep slate brick included into it. I might add a little bit more of that because I think it needs just a little bit more, just to be slightly less subtle because it's too subtle. Deep slate tiles, we'll go with cracked deep slate bricks. Where's my normal deep slate bricks? Polished. I apparently don't have any deep slate bricks. That's not helping me. That makes it difficult to place deep slate bricks if I don't have any. And we have a Pokemon in chat for a distraction. Oh, and I'm out of Pokeballs. Right, let's go with a little bit more and then one more here, like so. I think that's better. And I would add 500 quotes, and I would add 500 more, just to be the man who adds 1,000 Scotsman quotes of Scotsmen's nobles and their lore. I can't get out of the water here because I've not left myself a decent way out. That didn't help. Try that. Fairly sure you probably added 500 quotes, Fake. Maybe 300. Honestly, I'm not going to judge, given that... Ow. I suspect the other thing is, as I said to Raven the other day, I've probably hit my stride with leaning into silliness. I have learned that the silliness is what makes me enjoy things. As well. Oh, that's better. Oh, yes. Oh, that's nice. As we say, Feg, it's not a bad thing. It's more a just how did Scots end up suddenly having so much more Scots? I'm trying to decide if I want to put the brick here to help it sort of have that. Ooh, I think that might be that. Yes. Yes, yes. I think that works nicely. It gives that edge just around the detail. Ah, no. Not you. You go back. Do not de-resin my resin. This is not Tron. We are not de-resin. Let's pick all of this up. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There we are. Yeah, let's turn that in. Excuse me. Let's turn that into those. Because I think it needs to be the... Excuse me. It needs to be the brick. Just to have that consistency. Ah! Off by 4. Ah. Oh, good. I am carrying a stone cutter. Woohoo! 1, 2, 3, 4. There. If I manage to count correctly and do all the bits right. If I've managed to count correctly and do all the bits right, it'll be a miracle. Oh look, miracles happen. I think I have. Ooh, that looks nice. Seems like a very casual thing to keep in my pockets. I always keep at least 1 stone cutter and 1 crafting bench in my pockets somewhere. Usually inside a bundle. Because without them, I generally would get into trouble. Right, I feel like I should have a row of these here. No. And then a 3x3 of the brick in the same style as that. So let's move you over one step in my inventory. Did I just place exactly the same thing? No, that should have been... It should have been two of those and one of those. Let me take this out because we're about to fill that in. That's not helpful. That leads me up into the underside of some stairs. That help. Let's try that at a different place over. Don't forget, Sydney, the last couple of days we've also managed to place all of this. Right, I need 36 stone bricks and tiles. Next week, we will have to compensate with intensifying gremlinery. Probably. There may be intense weeks of gremlinery. There may be intense weeks of gremlinery ahead. You never know what's going to go on inside of Scott's head. There may be gremlinery ahead. Oops. I mean, at some point, Bad Moon is going to tell us gremlinery is Fridays. True. At some point, Bad Moon is going to reappear and tell us what to name a Gordon for them. Mika! What did the dentist tell the nervous shark? Jaws, relax. Oh, goodness. Look after yourself, Feg. Thank you for being here as always. You are amazing. Hold on. I might go poof before quote 200. Updating GPU drivers. Ew. Careful with those. Intense week of gremlinery followed by a sudden burst of block placement. Sounds like a fantasy weather forecast. I'm not at all thinking that's probably far from the truth sometimes. I should probably look at what we've got under here. This probably needs cleaning out. Oh, that's where that light source was. Just had delicious nons. Something called Cold Sky, which is Danish dish or dessert, often eaten as a meal on a hot summer days. Nice. I probably absolutely butchered that. It might actually be Cold Skull. Literally cold dish or bowl. Huh. I kind of want rid of that pillar. So let's get rid of it. Literal translation is cold bowl. Right. There's going to be a third as I hit the bottom here. Because that does stop a couple of blocks above the ground. There it is. Eat it with small kinds of biscuits in it. Ooh. Oh, that's better without that pillar. We need to work out what the crystals are going to be like in the middle of this. Boing. Let me sleep. Let me get rid of the deep slate. Deep slate, deep slate, deep slate. Random. Ooh. That ooh was because I just saw what that thing looked like in the half twilight. In the half twilight, under the moon, we will find a Scots bill. In the land of twilight, under the half moon, we will find the... God, I've got that song in my head. Crikey, it's been a long time since I've heard that. Actually, I think it's been coming up in random for me recently. Ooh, several of these are at the right age. Nice. My gratings are old enough. AMD said, I will not ask, and then my PC restarted. Anyway, up-to-date GPU. Hey! Uh, 24. Do we have wax? I know I saw wax. There it is. Nah. 20. It's not enough. Where's the chicken to teleport me when I need one? Unleash the chicken teleportation. Actually, it's not chicken that was in the other... It was a cat, wasn't it? I'm vaguely remembering. Hey, Nari. I got suddenly and unexpectedly teleported by chicken earlier. It was not on my list of things that I was expecting to happen today. It did get clipped, yes. Blackclad, I believe, is the fantastic person who has clipped it, and it is in... I think they said it's in my Discord, in the general channel, because somebody hasn't been sensible and set up a quote channel? No, I've got one of those. A clip channel. Ahem. Excuse me, sir. You are not supposed to be that colour. Stop being that colour. Oh, yeah. So, we're missing some of those bars for this window. At some point, all of this needs to have tough up the inside, so that it's not the same as... So that it's more like this. Going all the way up inside there. That's going to be an absolute fnurble to build. It was a chimkin, yes. Somewhere Blackclad is trying to figure out how to make that more of a thing and trap Ginger with it. I think. Oh. Well. Thank you, Shadow. I just noticed that myself. Alright, let's go stand up here. Out of the way. All of these need to be knocked back by at least one level. Need Ginger to throw a pearl into a stasis chamber. That chicken really went, look at me! That looks cool. Right. Let us see what all of this looks like in Pretty's mode. Oh, that's nice. Now we've got the greebling in. I think that looks pretty epic. And with that light source straight up the middle. Yeah, the cats have worked out that I end stream, they get fed in some cases. Honestly, with the shadows, that actually doesn't look as good. That's going to look really, really cool when it's got the crystals over it, though. I'm just waiting for the shadows to get straight across it. That does look cool. Cats do require their cod, that's fair. Yeah. Shared some cool looking pictures of your latest builds later watch. Love vanilla Minecraft. Want to try and make the vanilla experience look modded without any blocks. Nice! That looks cool. I think we may have made some nice progress here. Ooh. We've got that hint of purple light through the center of the... That's why I had those there. It's doing exactly what I'd hoped for. You can just see the purple beam of light straight up the middle of that build. Thank you, Mika. I mean, even if I'm not using shaders, I love the way that this build looks, which is always one of my rules. It has to look good without shaders. Good lord, RNGesus, you're accurate! Oh, this is really feeling like it's come a long way. And now that we've finally got that beacon in, we start to see how the light is and the beam of light of the beacon is going to actually impact this. Possibly Raven. As I say, RNGesus is accurate on its timing. For once. Still need to work out the walkway up here. The crystals up the middle. Oh, that's cool. And then the docking tower. But we are making progress. Little by little. I'd been feeling for a few weeks that I wasn't making progress on this build. I mean, he says after having built an axolotl cave and a creaking farm and all of that sort of stuff. For those who haven't seen it, this is the axolotl cave. Look after yourself, Sydney. This is what happens when I build my own lush cave. And down here, this is what happens when I build a creaking farm. Hydrate. Version 2. True. Thank you for that follow. Oh, of the Lush Cave. Yes. True. And a stretch to go with it. I mean, that's the cave element of the Lush Cave. We've also got we've got the axolotl pen, which actually has axolotl in it. I forgot we put axolotl in here. And the axolotl breeders. Because, of course, somewhere you've got to breed your axolotl. Oh my. And this is what happens when I start building hidden laboratories underneath buildings. And I've just realised it's getting dark, so let's have a look at this building from outside now. Ooh. Oh, that's gagged for Nurble. We just had a shooting star. That is so cool. How does the center look in this color? In this bed? Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. I am happy with that. Right. And on that note, I'm going to sleep before I end up getting ganked by a skeleton. It is time for me to wrap up. I would like to say thank you to everyone for joining me this evening. It has been absolutely fantastic fun, and loved having you all here as always. I will be back again tomorrow at my usual time, 2.5 hours previously to now, where with luck we will be on the madness. No, we won't. With luck, we will be on the idiotic server. One of the three. Say hello to the chicken. Yep. We will be on the idiotic server with the fantastic people there as always. And that will be 2.5 hours previously to now. In the meantime, let's see, who do we have? We've got the Dragon Puff girls. Well, I mean, with luck. I'm hoping that that people like Kel will have internet fixed so that they can join us. Let's see. We've got Gabezilla building a mushroom house. We've got the Dragon Puff girls playing Phasmophobia. We have Armor Blue working on some terraforming. Goodness, we have many people streaming to take pick from. We have not raided out. Let me just double check. When was the last time we raided out to Armor Blue? 9 days. Let's go to Armor Blue. Armor Blue is absolutely fantastic, and we got to hang out with them during Guild Rush, and they are fantastic. They are a lovely, fun builder. Just as soon as I can find them. Where are they? I lost them. There somewhere. There they are. Yeah, and they're working on some terraforming today, which will be absolutely lovely to watch because I love me a good bit of terraforming. I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Take care of yourselves, look after yourselves in this heat, and I will hopefully see you all again soon. Bye-bye. Helps her remember to push the button.